The Super Bowl halftime show is arguably the most watched musical performance in the world each year. From Michael Jackson to Beyoncé, Lady Gaga to Shakira, the halftime stage has become a proving ground for pop culture dominance. Naturally, speculation about who will headline next year's show begins almost as soon as the current one ends, and this year, Taylor Swift's name is at the center of the conversation. With her Eras Tour setting unprecedented ticket sales records and dominating global pop culture, Swift is often seen as the ultimate candidate for a Super Bowl performance. Her catalog spans country, pop, indie, and alternative sounds, and her performances are known for blending theatrics, storytelling, and spectacle. Yet, as much as fans want her to headline, insiders suggest there are significant obstacles that may prevent Swift from taking the stage. Why Taylor Swift is a top contender? Taylor Swift's appeal is undeniable. She commands one of the largest fanbases in music history, known as Swifties, and her influence extends far beyond music into fashion, culture, and social media trends. A Swift halftime performance would be a global event, bringing in viewers who might not usually watch the Super Bowl. Beyond her fanbase, Swift has a history of memorable live performances. Her Eras Tour has been praised for its meticulous production, innovative set design, and seamless storytelling. Her ability to switch between genres and eras of her career would make her halftime show both nostalgic and forward-looking, appealing to older fans who grew up with her country roots and younger audiences familiar with her pop anthems. High-profile music industry insiders note that Swift's crossover appeal, her ability to connect with fans of all ages and backgrounds, makes her a natural fit for the NFL's global audience. The league has increasingly emphasized international outreach, and a Swift halftime show could attract millions of new viewers worldwide. The NFL's perspective. The NFL rarely confirms performers far in advance, often keeping discussions behind closed doors until a contract is signed. Nonetheless, there have been hints from league officials. In past interviews, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has described Swift as a special talent, and said she is always welcome to perform. While that is far from a guarantee, it does suggest that the league is open to the idea. Despite this, the halftime show isn't just about star power. The NFL has to balance audience appeal, production logistics, and cultural messaging. In recent years, producers have sought performers who are newsworthy and generate conversation, sometimes favoring edgier or more unexpected acts over established pop stars. This consideration could influence whether Swift is selected for the next show. Industry opinions and producer insights. Jay-Z, who oversees the production of the Super Bowl halftime show through his entertainment company, has reportedly expressed reservations about Swift performing next year. According to insiders, Jay-Z and his team believe that while Swift is a safe choice in terms of audience appeal, the halftime show often seeks performers who push the envelope and spark conversation in unexpected ways. This perspective aligns with the NFL's broader strategy. Each halftime show is not just a concert but a cultural moment designed to generate headlines, social media buzz, and, sometimes, controversy. While Swift has undeniably shaped pop culture, some insiders suggest that the NFL might prefer a performer whose appearance is more unpredictable or politically charged to keep conversations lively in the weeks following the game. Other industry insiders suggest that discussions with Swift's management have been sporadic, with no formal contract offers yet solidified. Some reports claim that while the NFL has expressed interest in Swift, the details of a potential deal, including production demands, creative control, and scheduling, have not aligned with her team's expectations. Negotiating a Super Bowl performance involves careful planning, and Swift's global touring schedule and other commitments could complicate matters. Taylor Swift's own comments. Taylor Swift herself has addressed the topic indirectly. She has stated that there was never a formal offer from the NFL for her to headline, and some of the rumors about her negotiating demands, such as rights to performance footage or compensation, were exaggerated or inaccurate. Swift has also hinted that personal reasons may influence her decision, including her relationship with Kansas City Chiefs player Travis Kelce. Performing while someone close to her is actively involved in the game could present a distraction, she has suggested in interviews. Swift's team has emphasized that while the opportunity would be exciting, she is not actively pursuing it, and no negotiations have reached a stage where a contract is imminent. This underscores a critical reality. Even if fans want her, timing, logistics, and creative considerations are essential to any potential deal. Fan demand and cultural impact. Fan interest in a Taylor Swift halftime show is enormous. Polls on social media and fan-driven surveys consistently place her at the top of the wish list for the next Super Bowl performance. Swifties argue that her catalog of hits spanning multiple genres would allow for a dynamic and memorable halftime show. Beyond fan enthusiasm, Swift's cultural impact is significant. She has become more than a performer, she is a symbol of pop culture, fashion, and social influence. Her presence at the Super Bowl would not just be about music but about creating a global media event that combines sports and entertainment in a way rarely achieved. However, this cultural influence cuts both ways. Some critics point out that Swift can be polarizing among certain sports fans, and not all viewers may respond positively to her presence. A halftime show must appeal to a wide audience, including casual football viewers, international fans, and media commentators, which complicates the calculus for the NFL. Betting odds and predictions. Sportsbooks and betting markets offer another lens into public sentiment and industry speculation. Currently, other performers, such as Miley Cyrus and Drake, are favored by some oddsmakers for the next halftime show. While Swift remains a popular candidate, her probability is tempered by logistical challenges, insider preferences, and strategic considerations by the NFL and producers. These odds reflect both fan demand and insider knowledge, suggesting that while Swift is in the conversation, she may not be the frontrunner for next year's performance. Betting markets are influenced by everything from contractual rumors to timing conflicts, making them an imperfect but informative indicator of potential outcomes. Challenges and obstacles. Despite her popularity, several factors could prevent Swift from performing at the next Super Bowl. She doesn't need it. Taylor Swift's career is already at the pinnacle. Unlike emerging artists who use the halftime show for promotion, Swift can sell out stadiums worldwide without it. A performance would be more symbolic than commercially necessary. Potential audience reception. While Swift has millions of devoted fans, some segments of the Super Bowl audience may not respond positively. Past incidents, such as boos at games she attended as a spectator, highlight the challenges of appealing to a diverse sports audience. Negotiation and creative control. Producing a Super Bowl halftime show involves complex negotiations over production, rights, and creative decisions. While Swift is known for her meticulous attention to detail, the NFL traditionally limits certain aspects of creative control, which could be a sticking point. Producer preferences. The halftime show often prioritizes performers who are likely to spark conversation or present unexpected elements. Swift, while immensely popular, might be seen as a safe choice that lacks the shock value some producers seek. High-profile opinions. Entertainment commentators have weighed in on Swift's potential involvement. Some argue that she represents the perfect blend of global recognition, musical talent, and visual spectacle, making her an ideal candidate for a massive media moment. Others, particularly those close to halftime production, suggest that the league and producers may prioritize a performer who brings a different type of cultural conversation, such as a rising star or an artist with a more controversial edge. These opinions reflect the tension between fan desire and industry strategy. Swift may be the most requested performer by the public, but the decision ultimately depends on strategic fit, creative vision, and logistical alignment. Timing considerations. Timing plays a crucial role. The next Super Bowl is in 2027, following Bad Bunny's 2026 halftime show. Taylor Swift's tour schedule, album release plans, and personal commitments could all influence her availability. Additionally, considerations such as her relationship with NFL players or other public appearances may affect the timing of her involvement. Industry insiders speculate that Swift might be better positioned for a future halftime show, potentially after major personal or professional milestones, when her schedule is more flexible and the timing aligns with the NFL's promotional strategy. The bottom line, as of early 2026, the consensus among high-profile opinions is that Taylor Swift is unlikely to perform at next year's Super Bowl halftime show. Reports indicate that formal negotiations have not occurred, producer preferences may favor other artists, and timing and personal considerations make her participation uncertain. Nevertheless, Swift remains a viable candidate for future Super Bowl shows, and her potential involvement continues to generate excitement among fans and media alike. Even the speculation itself demonstrates her cultural influence, showing that she can dominate global conversations without stepping onto the stage. Ultimately, the decision will rest on timing, creative alignment, and the NFL's strategic vision. While a Taylor Swift halftime show may not happen next year, the conversation underscores her power, influence, and enduring relevance in both music and popular culture. Looking ahead, even if Taylor Swift does not headline the 2027 halftime show, her potential involvement remains a hot topic. Fans continue to speculate, Polls generate headlines, and every public comment from Swift or NFL officials is scrutinized. The conversation reflects the evolving nature of the Super Bowl halftime show as both a musical event and a cultural milestone. In the end, whether she performs next year or in the future, Swift's name in the Super Bowl discussion solidifies her place among the most influential performers of her generation. Her potential performance is more than a halftime show, it is a global cultural event that could redefine expectations for music, sports, and entertainment convergence. Taylor Swift's participation in the Super Bowl halftime show remains an open question, but one thing is clear: whenever she steps onto that stage, the world will be watching.